But you know, there is one problem, there is one issue. Games from Title Tuesday, games go to the database. And this is not what I want, so that's why I'm kind of trying not to show my openings, even though there is nothing really special about them. But since the European Championship is coming, that's why I don't really want to show them, right? That's the point. So, and here I already close to lose, yeah. Or doubling, or I have to double my pawns, or or giving up a pawn. What will be better? Let's play king f1. Since if knight d2, then black takes on d2, and if I take with my queen, then the c4 pawn will be lost. Can I play knight a3? Probably I can. While after knight c3 there was an endgame with double pawns, so maybe that was the best way. Rook to d1 I think made sense to protect the d4 pawn. Oh, and next I will go h4 with idea of knight g5. Although I'm allowing him to play f5, so something stupid. Maybe it was better to remove my knight from f3 even to e1. Thank you. So how can I call you, since I don't really understand your nickname? It's like there are no vowels there, only like so I'm gonna break my tongue trying to pronounce your account, your nickname. So forcing black to play f5, and then I will play knight h3, bringing my knight to f4. That's also too complicated. We need a short one. I will call you no name, Mr. No Name. Since your name is not understandable. So of course with my king on f1 the position is not that great. If my king was on g1 with rook on f1, then white would be clearly better. Let's play queen b3, I think. Everything is protected. So I should call me. Okay, whatever you want. How are you doing? Oh, a4 could be annoying. So now if a4, then I have time for knight d5. So it was too cheap. Okay, now I can play knight c2. And a4 is not an option. And I'm almost solid here. I just need few more moves. Bishop f3, king g2, and anyway, black doesn't have time to create something. since queen c2 and the position is stable. Yeah, there is not much going on. I don't even need to touch the e2 pawn, just bishop f3, next move king g2, and I'm fine. And the e5 square is quite nice for my knight, so e5 square, I'm coming. Aha, he stopped my idea, so that's why I will play e3 now. Still with idea of moving knight to e5. Only thing I'm not really sure if c5 there could be an issue for me. I don't really think so. Let's play rook b1 with idea of b4. And everything is well placed for me now, yeah? Bishop h5 probably his idea, but not a big deal. I take on h5. Maybe it's even better not to take. Otherwise, I allow him maybe sacrifice on somewhere. So no, better knight e5, just stopping all his possibilities, all his ideas. And taking the pawn was no, it wasn't possible. My knight was yeah, since queen c8 actually almost checkmate after knight e4. And now it is just knight c6, so the game is over. It's even no rush to take on d8, right? Ha, funny. Okay, let's take finally. And f4, protecting everything. Not really everything. Stupid decision it was. Was absolutely winning, but instead now have to show some skills. Oh, black in Zugzwang. No move. Queen g7 checkmate is coming. You see, funny, this position was not even worse for white. And h4 is a good move. And here he had to play c5, opening up the position, but he didn't do that. And this one already better for me. And not just better, but stable advantage for white. That's funny. Yeah, this position already almost +1 for white. I don't really know. Probably this is the way, like they, how do I call this guy? The guy who was designer, probably he saw me like this. he felt like I'm a strong guy. And actually, some people, they like time to time they say like I look like a boxer or like a wrestler. And sometimes they ask me like, do you do like what sport do you do? And I always answer chess. Yeah, this guy like seems like this guy knows what he does, not allowing me an easy life. I mean, not allowing me an easy attack on the king side. But still, I will try. And now h5 is coming. Like another option is just to go for d5 earlier, and it leads to maybe to something like equal position. And the idea now is just okay, a bit later. The idea now is just to go h4, bishop h2, then g4. And then doubling my rooks on the g file. And black, the only issue could be with my knight on a5, which is a bit far from the action. However, still, it doesn't really make sense to take back with my knight. Okay, he played knight d2. Knight d2 doesn't really see what is his... Don't really see what his point about this move. F3. Okay. And he believes that rook g2 is not really great for me. Maybe he's right. Maybe. But I have some doubts about that. Of course, just rook h7 is possible move, but let's check what's going on there. And now we need a cool move, maybe something like d5. Trading the defender there. Since I think white is kind of obliged to take, yes, then he probably next move he gonna take on b7. Okay, on d6 first. And now on b7. And here it's a good question. Taking with my king or with my knight? Since knight will cover some squares, however, then it's like knight c4, maybe it's a faster way to improve the knight later. But okay, now knight takes, queen f4, and the threat is simple f5, followed by queen g3, then either h3 or taking the f3 pawn. So, and you see the question was leave my knight on a5 with my king on b7, so I could, for example, play knight c4. And maybe that was even better, leaving my knight on a5. If you imagine the same position with my king on b7 and my knight on a5, that actually makes sense, since knight c4, then knight e3, they're a threat. And my point of taking with the knight was that I cover the d6 square, and with my king on b7, maybe rook d1, rook d7, but probably that's too slow. However, maybe it could be an issue. So like, okay, I did it in the way I did, and I will regret later. So now maybe knight d8, even wasting a bit of my time, but protecting the e6 pawn. Or should I start with queen g3 first? No, I think no sense. Knight d8 is fine. If I played e5, then maybe e5 was interesting, actually, with some ideas of e4. So maybe it was better for me to start with queen g3 check. Like, you never know what is the better way, what is a better way. But here I have h3. And grabbing his pawns, so not that bad. Maybe can I play something? Can I make something more interesting? Okay, let's go to take something at least. His idea is interesting, but unfortunately for him, my plan was knight f3, not knight f5, and allowing him to checkmate me. So nothing special, I just did my typical special attack that I do all the time. This position is already slightly better for black. This position is already almost winning for black, -2. And rook g2 was a good decision, however, rook g7 was also fine. d5. And I think king b7. No, knight b7 actually they somewhere like close to be equal. I mean, knight b7 or king b7, both -3 point something for black. So knight b7 good, queen f4 good. Oh, I could play h3 immediately. This is what I missed, but f5 is okay. And knight d6 was a nice move. Knight d6. What is this? But what if rook e6? Knight b5. No, this is you never want to give like knight d8 is not allowing white to take on e6. That's much better. And okay, so now it's winning. Actually, I play well today. I'm playing well. Yes, exactly. Good start, just like last week. And hopefully, chess.com, they will not like once again drop down. So then, then I will continue playing well. So here, of course, we don't have a chat where it's everything written. But still, like you come here, you at least listen a bit and so on. And another thing, which is even, I would say, more annoying, like they ask something, but they don't give concrete details, like how old are you, what is your playing experience, what are you looking for. Queen takes d1 was the right move by black, so what is okay, now I can just castle and not even taking on d1 with my knight, but I will take with the rook. Bishop c5 immediately, I think, is a mistake. No, sorry, it's okay. You are not the first one, so nothing to apologize for. But if you want a concrete answer, then you should ask the right question. Yeah, and so the question shouldn't be like, if like I'm like, can you suggest something to improve? And I can give you the same answer you asked me. My answer will be like, do some training, right? And this is a good answer, I think, to such a question. To such a question, which is like, what, like, suggest something to improve. Okay, I suggested something to improve. Just do some training, and that's it. It's interesting that I don't really plan to take the c6 pawn. since taking the pawn will give black some time and let's say maybe even initiative. Like if black will be able to play rook f to c8 and most of my pieces are undeveloped. And actually it's weird why he spent a lot of time on queen d4 move. That's weird. Since the move is good, I would say. Well, maybe not great, but good. Definitely good. Maybe, I don't know, queen a4, that looks a bit weird. Playing queen a4, maybe knight d5 then. No, queen a4 is a bad idea. Seems like I should take on d4, don't have anything else to do. And probably rook d1. And if knight a4, there is rook b4 by black, unfortunately. Then what to do? e3. e3 I don't really want to play, weakening everything, but it seems like I have to. I don't have other option to play. Hi, it's fine, thank you. Yeah, for here it's already not something what I want to play, since then black can take on c3 and bishop b7. If he took immediately, then at least I could play f3. So that's why here my plan was to go for knight a4 first, removing the knight and also attacking the pawn. Rook b5, what a weird move. And then go for f4 now. Rook b5, just such a bad move. Should I play bishop f1 first or b3 immediately? I didn't know for sure what to do. And I'm not really aiming, I don't really want to take the c5 pawn. My idea is just to play b3 in a comfortable way. Since knight c5, bishop b6 gives him, once again, gives him counterplay. And my idea, my point is not to give him counterplay for like just for nothing, not even doing anything but getting counterplay. Or I missed c4. The rook will be hanging, but bishop e3. I don't know why didn't he do that. But now I'm a pawn up. Oh, oh, no, knight e4, I can play it. Bishop e3, then knight f2. What a lucky guy, even not losing immediately. What a stupid move. I just don't know what to do, honestly saying. Okay, here I already could play rook a1, but the guy was weird. The guy was weird since like queen d4 was a good move by him, the best move actually in this position. Yeah, I had to take queen a4, knight d5 still, and e3 then. But okay, this is also possible. e3, yes, here probably he should take bishop e5, knight a4, and here rook b5, just such a weird move. Like nobody will play this move. Like c4 is a natural move, even like anything else, but rook b5 is just I don't know. This is like even wouldn't come to my mind to make such a move. Yeah, I could play b3 immediately. And then the guy didn't find... c4, knight b6. Okay, my bad. Here I could play b4. No, b4 worse, knight e4 is fine. And okay, this is +1 for white. Luckily I won it. So playing against Indjic. Just in case, don't want him to play h4. Even though probably his idea was not about playing h4, but just creating a square for the bishop just in case. Usually black does that by playing h6. But okay. Wasn't really smart from my side, probably. Well, let's play c4, active play, fighting for something. If knight e5, then at least I can take the pawn on d5. If dc4, knight c4, then it's also fine for me. Knight c5, knight c5. Maybe his plan is to go for d4 next. So, yes. This doesn't look great, so should play queen d1, I guess. Maybe I will even grab the pawn on a7. That's why he was afraid of losing that pawn. But probably I would take it. Why not? Pawn is a pawn, even such a bad one. Yes, and the question, what next? His king is stuck in the center, but unfortunately I have all my pieces are badly placed. Okay, let's play knight c2, at least with idea of knight d4. Later maybe pushing e6. So at least knight c2 is creating like small threats. Maybe, by the way, bishop f4 was interesting idea, protecting the pawn on g3 and also kind of threatening e6, attacking the rook on b8. But this is something I can do right now, especially since now he doesn't have the c5 square for the knight. Also knight e3 coming, attacking something, and so f3 is a threat, e6 is an idea. And also at some point it could be queen a4. So for example, d4, just f3, right? Yes, that's why I thought about bishop g5, about such a possibility. since obviously he wouldn't like to lose in just like in a passive way, to lose like a loser in a passive way. So let's think what to do then. Okay, let's take. And what? Like, I don't have anything here. I cannot believe that. Should be something. Should be something, something, something. What? What can I attack? F3, then knight takes g5. Not really interesting for me. Oh, e6 I can play. But e6, maybe he will sacrifice his rook. Not sure if it's a good idea for me. Even though later I will sacrifice on d4 then, knight d4. I mean, if he takes on e6, I take on b8, queen b8, and then I sacrifice on d4, and that's great for me. Just like, since his king is still a problem for him. And maybe, like, even in case of bishop d6, still knight takes d4 an option. Or e takes f7 first, then knight takes d4. Unfortunately, it's blitz, so I don't really have time to calculate anything. I think he's gonna play bishop g7, just protecting the d4 pawn, not allowing me to sack on d4. Oh, such a way, I'm happy, I don't mind. And by the way, funny thing, queen d4 actually double attack. Queen d7 and queen h8. So seems like the guy is ready to resign. Punch! Actually, I blundered that there is bishop d7 here. I thought I'm already winning. I thought king d7 and knight e5, but there is bishop d7. But similarly, bishop d7 is just a bet as well. I take on a5 and I'm just material up. Yeah, such a nice win, right? And what happened? The guy decided not to castle. Knight c5, c6, bishop e3. And here, instead of playing a5, go bishop e7, for example. Okay, he played a5, rook c1, then go still knight d7. He played knight e4. Oh, king h2 was strong for me. I took e d5, knight c2, still go bishop e7, yes? Forget about everything, go save yourself, your king. But he played c5. Now bishop f4, threatening f3, threatening have an idea of e6. By the way, you saw later I forgot about e6 possibility, and it took me a lot of time to find after g5 h in this position to even to remember that I have e6 move. I completely forgot about that idea, right? You remember, I think. I don't know how. I spent 40 seconds since I just forgot about e6 idea. e6, knight g5, takes, and knight d4, a final punch. Maybe here there is something. Here, queen a4. You remember I told you about queen a4, that maybe one day it will work, and actually I could play it here, but I decided to do knight c6 since I just blundered. In the end, I blundered that there is bishop d7, not king d7. King d7, actually, anyway, the bishop is protected. I also missed that. But okay, I saw that knight e5, knight takes g4, and okay, the rest is matter of technique, as they say. Wow, I haven't ever been that far. Where is me? Oh, okay, here. So playing against Sjugirov. Yeah, what a tricky guy. What a tricky guy. What is this? Who allowed you to do this? Just now if I play queen c8 then knight h4. I should have played pawn on c6 at that moment. And if I play b6 then knight h4. He tricked me. That's not fair. Okay, what else to do? Hard times, hard decisions. So instead of castling, I had to play c6 already at that moment. And since I didn't do that, he was able to trick me. But this is Blitz, so it's not that important. For classical game, that would be really painful. But for Blitz, who cares? Just play fast and that's it. d5 was a threat and still he did that. Actually, it's bad that I have my rook on b8. I would prefer to play knight b8. Knight e5 I don't like at all. So that's why I go knight a7. So this game is not a great example of how you should play in the opening. This game is exactly opposite to that. Don't do it don't do it at home. And stopping my idea of knight g4. Shit, position is so annoying. Can I go c5? I don't know. White, I think, is obliged to take, otherwise no. Otherwise, I have an idea of b5, so dc6 was obvious move to play. And since knight d5 could be a problem for me, I cannot even go for queen c7. The position is so, and I also cannot touch my bishop. The position is so annoying. Oh my god, so annoying. At least maybe a5 with the idea of knight b4. Yeah, he sees everything. What an annoying guy, right? Oh, bishop e6 maybe was just a bit stupid. Now I cannot even take on d5. I mean, I can take, but with my bishop only, and this is not what I want to do. Oops. Of course, knight to c5, not queen to c5. And this is also an annoying move for me. But maybe I can play knight a7. Maybe I can play knight to c5. Maybe I can get back my knight to c6 now. That looks better now, yeah. And the position is not that bad anymore. Ho ho ho. It was his decision to joke with me, yeah? I told him not to joke with me. You remember, guys? Woohoo! What a day today! Lazaro Bruzon, a strong player from Cuba, currently representing United States. Playing e5, it's already like taking responsibility since he either continue with e6. This is the critical line. Otherwise, white has nothing. I think I cannot really go for knight d4. Then there is queen b7. But I can play a6. Come on, queen g4. Queen g4. Come to daddy. Doesn't want to help me. Okay. Unfortunately, bishop d6 is too much. Queen g7, then I don't have like king d7. That's giving up a lot of pawns. Not really great. So let's just try to maybe trade the queens then by playing queen d6 or queen what? Queen d6 makes sense. Hard choice. Black is better, but white quite solid, so not easy to break. And actually, if I play e5, then there is f4, so I have to play bishop d7. Let's try to offer draw. Yeah, since white's position is quite solid and it's hard to break through, and the engine evaluation is minus 0.2, so nothing special. You see all white pawns on the right squares, and maybe if I had more time, since like you see he played really fast, so it's kind of pressing. Yeah, I played in that qualifier, and actually it was bad for me. I played badly. I even didn't qualify to top 76, so being able to play a match to get a place in third division. And I started well, but in round 4 it was really incredibly stupid loss. I was completely winning, and after round, if I won that game, I would have 2.5 out of 4, and different mood. But I lost the game, and I had 1.5 out of 4, and so it was like poof, just ruined it. That stupid loss ruined my tournament. Was completely winning and blunder in one move. Let's play knight f3. No, it's of course not allowed headphones, but you can easily put like micro something and easily cheat. Don't. Oh, is it just a blunder? Not exactly a blunder, but yes, it was better not to give up a pawn. Okay, it leads probably to something equal if he goes for d5, but some problems for me potentially if he goes queen b6. here e d5, and he cannot take back with his queen. So now we get this symmetrical pawn structure, but somehow he's a tempo up, not me. What that? Yeah, if he takes on d4, some way, but like some way, yeah, some way. Face control, yeah, some way he decided to play knight b4. So my knight on d4 is hanging, but I can play, I think I can go for bishop e3. Forcing me to take on c6 probably, since if h3 then bishop takes f3, knight takes f3. Yeah, it should take, I guess. Maybe I can play something like queen b3. I was in Venezuela in 2012 two times, and in 2014 two times. So it was 11 years ago and 9 years ago. Yes, I played with Iturrizaga. But actually, to play with Iturrizaga, it's not necessary to go to Venezuela. You can easily find him somewhere else. Oh, now bishop e6 could be annoying for me. Yeah, it will be really annoying. Can I play bishop g5 maybe? Bishop g5 looks suspicious, feels suspicious. Oh, is it a blunder? Is it my lucky day today? Or what's going on? I thought he will go bishop e6 and then bishop c5 and leads to an equal position, but he decided to blunder. Or maybe taking f takes e6 was an interesting option by black. But of course, black has some compensation here. It's obvious. So it's gonna be like a pair of bishop, and it's gonna be not that easy to beat him in this position. Yeah, rook a8 is smart. Bishop a2, then rook d7. And I'm not sure if I will win this game, since to me it's like feels really hard to get something here. And like always, whenever you have a rook against bishop or knight, then it's always like you could always blunder something easily. I think knight e5 is an easy solution for black. However, maybe not that great. I hope it works. I can do this and then knight to d4. But actually he can play bishop c4. Bishop c4, maybe I have f4. Bishop c4, f4, I'm just winning. Oh, that's really good. His knight doesn't have square at all. I even didn't see that. My plan was just to take the pawn on f7. So I was like, if he moved his knight somewhere, like my next move, I would still go for. I thought like he will go knight d3 and then I take the pawn on f7, and I didn't see that the knight is trapped. Yeah, just play bishop e6 here. The best move, one of the best moves, or rook f e8 at least. And then still it was not that simple to convert it, but he helped me somehow. It appeared. Rook c7. Knight e5, probably not really great move. Yeah, but what, knight b4? There are some problems, yeah. There is, like, if we just remove the knights from the board, then not easy to convert. But luckily here, this knight d4 was really strong, and knight d6 is a threat, and he cannot really do anything about that. I don't know. Do they think that today is my birthday, or what's going on? Well, of course, I knew that this day will come, but I'm still surprised with my current result. Okay, I will go for this one. Once again, I don't want to play my main lines. Now you see, he said "Buenos dias." It means morning, but actually not. Um, oh, that's something interesting. I can smell something tactical here. I hope it's not a blunder, since this is a typical idea, but like in slightly different situation. So now if knight d5, then knight takes, and he cannot take back with his other knight. While if bishop e1, there is knight f6 check. However, once again, I blundered that he can play bishop e6 there. So maybe I did something stupid. Oops. Maybe not that stupid. If knight f6, bishop e6, I have queen d3, for example. And then if gf6, queen h... Oh, bonito. So if what I blundered is... what I blundered, bishop e1, bishop is... bishop e1, knight f6, bishop e6, but I have queen d3. And black is not in time to take on f6, g takes f6, then queen h7, king f8, bishop h6, checkmate. Let's see what's going to be his decision. That's interesting. But still, like it, like I told you, even if it works, then it's like really, really teeny here. Like, and I hope there is not no problem for me. But we shouldn't forget that today is like my birthday. It's not really my birthday, so no congratulations. But like they give up everything to me today. Do I have time for queen b7? I think I have, since there is no rook takes. And maybe bishop f4 makes sense. So stopping rook b8 at all. Maybe knight f4, no. Okay, let's just play bishop f4. Simple solution. And bishop e5 I like. Knight c3 next. Or knight f4. Knight c3 or knight f4, let me think. Knight f4 is good. Knight c3 is also fine. Maybe knight f4 was better. Let's just go for technical decision. Maybe it was not that technical, but still decision. Wow, that's too smart. So the bishop on c3 is perfectly placed, cutting the knight. Whew. What's going on today, guys? I don't know. I'm just so strong. Yes, but remember this picture, guys. Like, it wasn't like I have never I have never been there. Oh. And three rounds left. And guys, surprise, who do I play with? Yahoo! And actually, I played against him once, and I played e4 c5 on the Airflot Open. Let's see how well he is prepared against the old Indian. Queen b3, a good move. And followed by g3 and then bishop g2. I hope in this battle the Lord will be on my side. So can I go e5? Let's try. I have played a few games, and after d5 I even sacrificed exchange by taking with the knight, but usually it was without success. Can knight e5 be an issue? Let's remove the... no, I don't want to remove the rook. Maybe... no, what to do then? Maybe knight e4 an option. Can I play knight e4? And knight e5. What to do? Okay, let's play rook b8, just removing the rook. Shouldn't be a bad idea, at least. Of course, rook on b8 is badly placed, but still it's better than losing it on the diagonal. Oh, that's good news. And maybe bishop e4 here, or e takes d4. E takes d4, or can I play it? I hope I can. Placing the bishop to square like that, of course, you should always be careful about possible discovered attack. So here, if knight e5, then I just take on g2, and then my knight on c6 is protected by the bishop from g2. So that's why it was okay. Here, still knight e5 doesn't give him anything, and my plan is quite simple. Maybe taking even I take on g2 myself and play f5. If e4, then I could even go for f4, I think. f4 could be tricky. Then g takes f4, e takes f4, bishop g7, and e5. Is it? Also queen g4. So no, not that fast. Let's just start with queen d7 first. And thinking of f4, maybe even bishop h6. Just rook f8, rook f7, then rook f8. Especially since he could play f3. Smart boy, what to say. And if bishop h6, then maybe bishop d2. But actually bishop h6, bishop d2, then I go f4. But he can play h3 with idea of g4. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay, then I will try to survive. Ah, this way. This was unexpected. I would play rook f8 if I knew that. And now knight g5. Oh, terrible, terrible. I didn't expect him to take on f4. I would play rook f8 then if I knew his plans. Unfortunately, miracle didn't happen. This position is just completely lost for black. Ah, dc6 attacking my rook, stupid. Yeah, here was okay, still was okay, but engine suggests something like b5 or c6. Maybe at least h6. Yeah, just play h6, rook f8, then rook f7, rook f8. Yeah, but my problem was that I allowed him to just go rook f8, then g4, and then okay, still worse, but we still can play it. You see, that's not fair. What he forgot here? He has his money in play in. Like, what a greedy guy. You see, everybody is not here. Carlsen is not here. Dubov is not here. Sarana is not here. I don't know. I think everybody from first division who qualified is not here except GM Wesley So. What an annoying guy. Oh, I remember I lost to this annoying guy. He played knight f3 first move. And I lost in stupid way in previous, yeah, I think in previous title Tuesday. Maybe I had to play d5 earlier, not allowing him to stop everything. And now bishop a3 is coming, so f5 I need to create some counterplay. I don't like my position, it's just worse. Am I back? Is it once again my birthday? But unfortunately here just the same situation. It's really hard to convert this pawn, so it's nothing yet for me. Well, at least it's not not a worse position as it was before. This is also good, right? And after c5, I think it could be smart to play bishop c4 to trade the bishop rather than taking the pawn. And bishop a2 is not an option at all, while rook a2, then rook e1, and he gonna grab my e5 pawn, so let's trade the bishop. Maybe it's nothing smart, but at least I think it gives more chances to win this position. And now the target is his king, so move like e4 is an idea. And I would be happy to double my rooks on the second rank. That's definitely a great chance to win the game. His idea to push c6. Tricky guy. Tricky guy. So if c6, then rook takes. And rook f2 is coming. Now rook e8, rook e2 is coming. Rook f2, c6. Still not something easy to win, and I'm low on time, so we'll see. This move I like. It gives me some chances. G takes h4 is an option. Not sure. H take g5 was an easy solution, but I like this idea. And if rook g4, then king h5. And this is probably just dead draw. Maybe not that if I will be able to press him, but bishop a7 he has, and just he's kind of waiting. Only way is to beat him on time. Or on a trick like this. c6, c6 please. Okay, now it's winning. Now it's winning. Yes! Such a rematch for the last week. Third place, maybe third or fourth place, while win will give me even something better. So that's why let's try to offer a draw. Okay, good. And we wait for results. Yes, I'm fourth.